A proposal to phase out short-term vacation rentals on the Oregon coast is pitting neighbor against neighbor.
The controversial ballot measure goes to voters in Lincoln County in November. New this hour, Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez is live in studio with a look at how this would work and why it's so divisive.
Yeah, if approved by voters, this ballot measure would phase out vacation rentals in unincorporated parts of Lincoln County over a 5-year period. Supporters say it will restore the character of coastal neighborhoods. But those who own some of those properties don't see it that way. On the Oregon coast, vacation rentals have been part of the landscape for years. But over the past couple years, people who live next to those homes say they've become a more noticeable part of that landscape.
Party houses, garbage, excess parking, parking on neighbors' properties.
Roger Keene and his wife Linda live in Waldport. They support ballot measure 21203 on the November ballot, which would phase out short-term rentals in unincorporated parts of Lincoln County. Besides the nuisance part of it, they say the proliferation of vacation rentals has cut into the county's housing stock.
Short-term rentals are a direct component of why we have housing shortages. The housing shortages are impacting our ability to have nurses, doctors, hygienists, teachers, other providers of service be able to come and live in our county.
But opponents of the ballot measure say vacation rentals are an important part of the county's economy.
During COVID-19 in the spring, there was a shutdown of vacation rentals for 2 months, and it plunged this county into Great Depression era unemployment.
Heather Brand owns a short-term rental property in the small community of Otis, a little north of Lincoln City.
Some of the people bringing the ballot measure really want to turn the Oregon coast into a gated community.
Cities like Newport and Lincoln City have licensing programs for short-term rentals and can track how many there are within city limits. That doesn't usually happen outside those cities, and there's no accurate accounting of short-term rentals there. Roger Keene estimates the phase-out in the ballot measure will target just over 500 properties.
They can either sell, they can rent the property as a long-term rental, in other words, something that's greater than 30 days.
But property owners like Brand say the phase-out, if approved, would not only hurt the local economy, but also make it harder for normal Oregonians to enjoy the coast.
We are getting families access to recreation. They can have that experience, and the price of admission isn't buy your own $1 million home.
So Simon, a quick question for you, if we can ask this quick question. Any estimate on how much money those coastal areas would lose if the short-term rentals were phased out?
And the people who oppose the measure estimate that short-term rentals provide close to 4,000 jobs and that taxes on short-term rental visitors contribute more than $10 million to county budgets. The bill's supporters, though, say that those job numbers are hard to substantiate and that it's hard, if not impossible, to differentiate the tax revenue generated by short-term rentals versus other tourism-based taxes. Reporting live in studio, Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.